Good morning, children. Let us start chapter number 1 of science, nutrition in plants. Nutrients. What is nutrient? The component of food like carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamins and minerals are called nutrient. Now what nutrient do? Nutrient help living organisms to build their bodies, to grow, to repair the damaged part of their bodies and also provide energy to carry out different life processes. What is nutrition? Mode of taking the nutrient or food by an organism and its utilization in the body is called nutrition. Now, when we talk about what are modes of nutrition or types of nutrition, so there are mostly two types of nutrition in living organism. One is autotrophic nutrition, another is the heterotrophic nutrition. First is autotrophic. What is autotrophic? The nutrition in which organism can prepare their own food. Auto means self. So, organism can prepare their own food are called autotrophs. And another mode of nutrition is heterotrophic mode of nutrition is nutrition in which organisms get their food directly or indirectly from the plants. Organisms which get their food directly or indirectly from plants are called heterotrophs. Autotrophs or green plants. They are autotrophic because they can make their own food. So, by which method they can make their own food? That is, process is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis takes place in the green plants. It is the process by which plants prepare their own food by using sunlight, water, carbon dioxide and chlorophyll. Photosynthesis takes place in the leaves and sunlight is obtained from sun. Water is absorbed by roots and transported to the leaves, and carbon dioxide is taken from the air through a small pore in the leaves called stomata, and chlorophyll are the green pigment present in the leaves of the plant. Stomata is the small pores present in the epidermis of the leaves, and they are the small pores, so they allow the exit and entry of the carbon dioxide and oxygen. Chlorophyll uses the energy from the sunlight to prepare food by using carbon dioxide and water. The food prepared is carbohydrate which is converted into starch. So starch is the storage form of carbohydrate in plants. So during photosynthesis, oxygen is also released as bioproduct. Now, equation of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide combined with water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and it produces carbohydrate and byproduct oxygen. Now next is synthesis of proteins. Soil has some bacteria which convert free atmospheric nitrogen into usable form of nitrogen in the soil. Farmer also add fertilizer that contain nitrogen in the soil. You might have heard about urea. Plant absorb this nitrogen from soil along with water and other constituents to prepare proteins and fat. Mostly this bacteria lives in the root nodules of the leguminous plants like pea, grams, all pulses plants. Another mode of nutrition in plant is the heterotrophic mode, in which we will study about three types of plant. Heterotrophic means for food, plant has to depend on other plant or animals. First is the parasitic plants. The plants which don't have the chlorophyll, or you can say non-green plants, they cannot manufacture or prepare their own food because photosynthesis is not possible in them because of absence of chlorophyll. So they get the food from other plants called host plant. Example, Cuscuta, or in Hindi we say it as Amarbel. You might have seen in your nearby place. Another is the Insectivorous plant in the category of heterotrophic plants. They are the plant which feed on insects. Example, pitcher plant. The leaf in the pitcher plant is modified into pitcher or bag-like structure. The end of the pitcher has a lid which can open and close. When an insect enters the pitcher, the lid closes. And then the insect is digested by the digestive juices inside the pitcher plant. Third type of heterotrophic plants are saprotrophs or saprophytic mode of nutrition. In this mode, plants which are non-chlorophyllous or cannot prepare their food, they get food from dead and decaying organic matter. Example, mushroom, bread mold, etc. They produce juices, digestive juice on the dead and decaying organic matter and convert it into a solution and then absorb the nutrient from the solution. You might have seen bread mold. It is very common example when in the rotten bread, or you have seen the mushrooms. Another mode is symbiotic relation. Some plants live together and share shelter and nutrient. For example, lichens. In lichens, there is close association of algae and fungus. They live together. Now, the fungus provides shelter, water and mineral to the algae, and in turn, algae provide food to the fungus, which is prepared by the photosynthesis, as algae is the green in color and they do not have the root system, and fungus provide the root system to the algae. So this is mutual relationship. Both of them get benefit from each other. This is very common in sulfur pollution, where there is less sulfur pollution. You can see this lichen association on the big trees. How nutrients are replenished in the soil. How again soil can become fertile. Plant absorbs nutrient as we have studied. So the nutrients in the soil decreases. So farmer has to add either manure or fertilizer to increase the soil fertility or nutrient in the soil. The one bacterium called rhizobium bacterium, which lives in the leguminous or roots of leguminous plants like gram, pea, beans, etc., convert free atmospheric nitrogen into the soluble form in the soil and make the soil rich in nitrogen. And in turn, the plant provide food and shelter to that bacteria. So they have also symbiotic relationship. Let us perform one activity to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. First, what we have to do is, we have to take two potted plants of the same kind, keep one in the sunlight and other in the dark room for 2 to 3 days. Then take a leaf from both the plants and we will test for the starch. Now put the leaves in the test tube, pour some spirit into it and put the test tube in beaker containing water. Now boil the water till all green colors in the leaves comes out in the spirit. And then take the leaves and wash it in water. Now put the leaf in a dish and pour some iodine solution over it. The leaf of the plant kept in sunlight turns blue-black, and the leaf of the plant kept in dark does not turn blue-black. This shows that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis, or you can see the presence of starch is there in the plant which is kept in the sunlight. That's why it turns blue-black when we have added the iodine solution. Second activity is to observe the bread mold or fungus in the bread. This is very simple. You have to take a piece of bread, moist it with water, leave it in the warm place to 2 to 3 days till the fluffy patches of green or white color appears. Then you can see it under the microscope or a magnifying glass. Cotton-like threads are also seen on the bread. This is fungus or bread mold. This is saprotrophs. They obtain the food from dead and decaying organic matter or bread. Handle it properly. It can be poisonous, and after doing, you can wash your hand very properly.